Hey guys, so we're gonna do a quick deck tech here for the Athreos EDH deck. Since I'm putting a video up, so I figured you guys might ask for it anyways. I will say this right off the bat: this deck is still a work in progress, but I've played a few games with it. It's done okay. I'd say it's won maybe 6 out of every 10 games it's won so far. There's a few times that it's flooded, so I might consider dropping the land count a little bit as my curve isn't ridiculously high. But as is right now, it's 35 lands. For those who don't know what the commander does, it's the Black-White God, 3 for a 5/4, and whenever another creature you control dies, return it to your hand unless an opponent pays 3 life. So 35 lands. Of course, I'm running Shrine to Nyx, Godless Shrine, Tainted Field, Temple, fetch land, whole bunch of planes. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 planes. Whole bunch of swamps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13 swamps and a strip mine. I'm running Mana Crypt, Aether Vial. As you can see, there's certain spots where I have a lot of creatures in those areas, mainly 2 to 4, so it makes sense to me. Soul Ring, Duress, Swords, Vampiric Tutor, Blood Chief Ascension, Phyrexian Reclamation, Fume Spitter, which is mainly a sack outlet, and Weathered Wayfarer. So a lot of the creatures in the deck have entered battlefield effects, and I also run sack outlets. All these go very well with my commander when it's in play, and as you can see, a lot of my stuff I can get back with Sun Titan. And I also run backup effects in case they actually do pay the life and I don't get the creatures back, like Phyrexian Reclamation. Those things can bring my creatures back as well. So as far as the 3 slot, Altar, it's a sack outlet. Key Ruin, this card is actually, it might get cut. We'll see. A few swords, the ones I have, I run them. Read the Bones, Toxic Deluge, it's a good board wipe, kills indestructible creatures. Mortify, hits creatures and enchantments. Active Authority, I like this card a lot. I like this card because the second ability is a May ability. So the only time I'm going to actually be using the second ability is if it's a dire situation. Aura of Silence, I actually think I skipped the 2 slot. So Spawning Pit, another sack outlet. Chainer's Edict, Demonic, Ultimate Price. Blind Obedience to drain life. Blood Artist works with my sack outlets and my commander. Imposing Sovereign kind of slows down my opponent a bit. Leonine Relic Warder, I can exile artifacts for enchantments. If I have a sack outlet, I can exile them permanently. Mesmeric Fiend, similar effect except from the hand. Stoneforge fetches me a sword. Pretty much that's all she does. And back to where I was before. Mortify, Active Authority. Aura of Silence slows down my opponent's artifacts, enchantments. It also acts as a disenchant. Dark Tutelage helps me draw cards. O-Ring, similar effect to the Act. Phyrexian Arena draws me more cards. Banishing Priest is a similar effect to Mesmeric Fiend and all the other Enter the Battlefield creatures. Dark Imposter just straight up exiles their creatures. Fiend Hunter, it's pretty much the same thing as this. Demonic Taskmaster, believe it or not, is actually it's a beater, but it's also just another sack outlet as well. Fleshbag Marauder, Flicker Wisp, similar effect to everything else in that if I sack it with the ability on the stack. Necrotic Sliver, it's possible this card gets cut, but with my commander out I can do some damage with this if I get to recur it. Phyrexian Ranger, it's not that great, but I mean it draws me a card. Sin Collector, similar effect to Mesmeric Fiend, except this exiles it permanently no matter what, but it only hits instants and sorceries. In the 4 slot, I have Solemn, Wrath of God, Return to Dust, Curse of Exhaustion. I was actually thinking of playing a curse sub-theme in here. It might be something I still do in the future, but for now, I like this card a lot, and it seems decent. Also gives me 2 devotion. Elspeth, Liliana, Desecration Demon, Erebos, Faceless Butcher, again, same thing as Banisher Priest and Fiend Hunter. Glimmer Post Stag, Glimmer Point Stag, my bad. Heliod, Slum Reaper, same thing as Fleshbag Marauder, just a bit bigger, costs a bit more. Moving up to the 5 slot, I have Painful Quandary, Elspeth, Baneslayer, Bloodgift Demon to draw me more cards. World Queller is another sack outlet. Merciless Eviction is for things that I just can't deal with any other way. This gets rid of them. Grave Titan, Laquatus Champ, similar effect. I can sack it on the stack. Sun Titan gets back a lot of things. And finally, 1 card in the 7th slot is Shieldred. So that's the deck as is right now. Still a work in progress, but you might see me put up some games from time to time. Let me know what you guys think, and I am accepting suggestions for this deck.